What's going on, guys? It's Lethal Smoke, and it's currently about 5 in the morning. I couldn't sleep tonight. For a while I got my sleep schedule back on track, and tonight I just was kept up the entire night because I realized that Modern Warfare has a cancer. That's why I'm not playing it right now. Also, I have Damascus camo, so I have no reasons to actually play it, or I don't I don't have the desire to play it as much, rather. Um, but that cancer is just player base. As much as skill-based matchmaking in itself is a cancer to the game, it's its player base. And here's why. So earlier today, or actually at this point it'd be last night, I guess, I was playing the rusty old boathouse. You know me, I only like to play these small map playlists. So, and we were playing some shipment, and the entire team was just using 2xC4, RPGs, and they thought they were good. Now, you and I both know that using cheese doesn't make you good at the game. And if you disagree, which the majority of people that I'm in the this Facebook group for Modern Warfare disagree, there were only like maybe 4 people that actually understood where I was coming from. RPGs and 2xC4 doesn't make you good at the game. It doesn't, and if you think you're good, I got another thing coming to you. That's the skill-based matchmaking coming into play, and you're using one of the most brain-dead class setups. It's like using the 725. Sure, it's been nerfed 3 times, but it's still one of the better guns in the game. And that's the cancer. It's player base. The casual player base, which is 95% of the Call of Duty community, specifically Modern Warfare. That's really the whole reason why skill-based matchmaking is so strong, but at this point, I've come to accept that skill-based matchmaking is here to stay. For any online game, it's just gonna be there, man. And there's nothing we can really do about it. So, there's nothing we could do about it except, be punished because we're better players. And by better players, I mean at least above average. I'm no fucking scump, but, I ain't no fucking dumbass that don't know how to play either. I do have some respect when I play. I don't want to fucking cheese people. I want to use some guns that, require some skill. I'm not using the 725. I'm out here using guns like the Kilo, which, it's a good assault rifle, but it's definitely not one of the better ones it's definitely one of the better ones in the game. But it's nowhere near as overpowered as, let's say, something like the M4A1, where that is the only gun that is used when money is on the line next to the MP5. 2 of the best guns in the game. And I promise you, if CDL allowed shotguns, if Call of Duty League allowed shotguns and LMGs, the PKM would be in there, and the 725 would be in there. Even RPGs, if they were allowed. You know damn well. There would probably be some kind of gentleman's agreement, but... And, the guy thought he was good. His entire team thought they were good, so I messaged him. I'm like, 1v1 me on Rust, bro. Snipers only. And, he said no. Get over it, take that L, which, I don't have a problem losing. I could take a loss, but It's not that I lost, it's really more how you won. You feel me? Because really, they didn't really start using RPGs until I dropped 2 VTOLs in the first 3 minutes of the match. Which a VTOL isn't that necessarily hard to get, you know? So, you know, I get that. But everyone can use an RPG in pubs, you know what I mean? It's doesn't make you good. And if you use an RPG, just if you main an RPG, you are literally the scum of the game. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just plain and simple. Now, yes, there was a time where I did use RPGs to get gold on it to get the mask's camo. However, these guys already had gold on their fucking rocket launchers on their RPGs. It's not like they were grinding the camo or anything, so yeah, that's just how they played. It's like that one guy who gets a gold M4 and that's the only gun they ever use. They put on 2X Claymores and that's it. They don't want to try any other gun or anything. They just want to use the easiest shit in the game. And no variety, there's no weapon variety, there's nothing about the M4A1 that makes you skilled. There's nothing about the MP5 that makes you skilled. There's nothing about an RPG in 2XC4 which completely just buttfuck EOD up the ass. That makes you a skilled player or a good player. That just means that you want to cheese your way to get a win. It's like people that play Mortal Kombat or any fighting game for that example and want to zone. You know what I mean? They don't want to throw hands. They don't want to, do combos or anything. They want to cheese their way into an easy win by spamming projectiles. And this is me just obviously ranting, but back to, you know what I mean? Back to what I'm really trying to get at here is I'm all out of whack right now. I am tired, but I just can't sleep. So, I posted it in the Modern Warfare Facebook group, as I said earlier, knowing damn well I know people were going to say I'm crying. Which, you know what, I totally get. But, I was expecting the majority of people to go ahead and agree that, hey, this guy is a pussy because he's using RPG in C4 and turned down my 1v1 with snipers only. On Rust, the entire time I've been playing Modern Warfare, I've only ever had one 1v1. It was before Rust came out. And the dude only ended up beating me by 1 point. So, he was good. He definitely was the better player. I made a lot of mistakes, but we were using the same weapon, which was the MK2. So there was no disadvantage, or everything was fair.
Shit?
I made a mistake. I'll admit that. There's definitely some things I could have done better. But when you're using an RPG in C4, an entire team, by the way, 6 people on shipment, and of course you're the only one pushing the objective to capture B on shipment, you throw down a trophy system, 1 C4, 2 C4, and then the projectile from, the RPG, it's just going to be gone. There is no way you're going to cap that by yourself before they could hit you with another explosive. So, and a lot of people have called me bitch, get good. There really is no adapting to that. There isn't. Okay, sure, I could have thrown on the riot shield. I could have put on a shotgun. But then I'd be no better than they are just to get the win, you know what I mean? That doesn't make me a better player, that just makes me an even cheesier player. So, but if anything I learned from, Combat League and Mortal Kombat, you gotta use cheese to beat cheese. and it's honestly kind of sad. So I think when I do play Modern Warfare,
Piss off!
when I'm actually
Hello?
playing the
We
game
need an ambulance here, right now.
and not, grinding camos, which no, we're pretty close to getting the Ram 7 done. But when I'm not grinding for camos, I think I'm just gonna play CDL because there really is no cheese in CDL. Um, there's a lot of MP5s and M4s, but you see that pretty much all the time anyway. And that is why Modern Warfare has a cancer. And that cancer is its player base because there were so many people that were just accepting it. And it only leads me to believe that, hey, if you're accepting of it, you must use it yourself or have used it at some point or have it as a backup plan for when, you're getting clapped because of skill-based matchmaking or for whatever reason. That's the only thing you could use. And it's honestly bullshit because, in my opinion, if you're playing a first-person shooter, you should be using guns. Yes, shotguns are still a gun. I'm not as annoyed when I get killed by any other shotgun in the game as much as I am by the 725 or when I get killed by an M4 or any other gun. The M4 is a little bit more insulting, especially when they one thing that just like gets really under my skin is getting hit with those fucking tracer rounds. It's just so more insulting because you see your body just start glowing the color of their bullets, and
Sorry.
I don't know, it just bothers me so much more than, getting shot with the same gun that doesn't have tracer rounds. But, I'm ranting. I'm trying to be calm about it. But, yeah, I think I'm done with casual Call of Duty. I think I'm just gonna have to play CDL, swap my little heart out with the M4 and the MP5 overkill. Because, CDL, there isn't any cheese as far as like RPGs, or there's no claymores, Bettys, and like what really baffles me, like I said before, is that so many people were telling me I'm crying and then get good, and they don't understand that in Modern Warfare 3 I had one of the highest KDs in the game. At least amongst my 50 other friends that played the game, my KD was a 3.5. I was dropping Moabs every other game. Now this one, Black Ops 2, my KD was a little bit lower because like I was really grinding camos then too. But I was still getting swarms every game to every other game. Like I said, Black Ops 3 is when I really fell off of Call of Duty. Advanced Warfare, I always got close to dropping the nuke or the DNA bomb, but I kept dying one or two off. I didn't really haven't done much in the gameplay. This is pretty much just a background. I'm really tired right now. After this, I'm probably gonna go to sleep, but I know, like I said, man, Modern Warfare just has a cancer, and that cancer is its casual player base. They're the ones who dictate Modern Warfare. If it was up to me, like, I'd make a mode where, everyone could only really use, like, let's say a 6v6 or a 5v5. Everyone could use, like, one gun for the entire match. Or every 20 seconds, everyone gets another gun, but it's the same gun. Not kind of like gun game, but everyone's balanced. I guess gunfight is like that, but I'm talking like have that gunfight kind of vibe of, everyone having the same class in a regular match of, like, say, domination or kill confirmed. Then you would get some of the bad guns, but then again, everyone's using this same bad gun you are, so it's still fair. You're not putting yourself at a disadvantage. You're not at an advantage. It's fair. At the end of the day, I understand that Call of Duty has and always has been a casual shooter. I'm down for that, but don't use RPGs and 2xC4s on shipment thinking you're good. And if you deny a 1v1, whether you'll know you'll get bopped or not, you're a pussy. Straight out. It's a 1v1. Hey, if I'm that garbage, then you really have nothing to lose, right? If I'm such an easy kill, then you have nothing to lose. So 1v1 me, AX50s, Rust. Catch me there, bro. We could even play another map, another small map, but radar always has to be on, and there's no cheese allowed. Snipers only, and throwing knives. No, not even throwing knives. You can't use stims, you can't use flash, you can't use... No. Snipers only, AX50s. Or if you want to even make it more of a challenge, okay, and we'll use the HDR. Because whether you disagree or not, you know, quick scoping or using the sniper in close quarters does take a lot more skill than using an RPG with 2xC4. Because that's the only thing you know how to do with your cheesy little Timmy no thumbs that can't aim with an assault rifle or an SMG. Hell, even used a PKM. It's one of the most easiest guns in the game and no one uses it. Go ahead and use it. I'd rather die by a PKM than an RPG and 2xC4. 50 fucking times in one game. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for the video. I know this is pretty much just me ranting at this point, and if you made it this far, thanks. You don't have to leave a like or anything, I'm not even gonna ask. If you even watch this, just, you know, just let me know what you think, because I know apparently a lot of people actually just accept the fact that people are okay with using C4s and RPGs, and they think they're good. But in reality, you and I both know that they're not. Because if they already have their gold RPGs, they're not like, it's not like they're grinding camos, alright? Like, everybody but one guy had a gold RPG. But you're not good. And if you think you're good, I got another thing coming for you. You are below average. You're definitely below average. Dare I say, trash at the game, if that's the only thing you could rely on. Anyway guys, this has been Smoke using RPGs and C4s on shipment because I think I'm great at the game. Peace out guys.